Well, welcome to Amsterdam. That's some background, isn't it? A brick wall. I thought we were talking to a brick wall then. Paul, Philippines. Hi, Ed. Hope all's well. Okay, nice to have you here. It's well, we'll get into all of that. I'll tell you that it all's well in a minute. Carl D. Hello. Hello, Carl. So, same as Doherty. Hi, Eddie. Okay. Simon Bridges. Hello. Treetown. Good of you to join us, guys. Gizmo in Asia. Hello, Eddie from John TM. Anders Bergman. Shaggy Rogers, Paddy from EastEnders. I'll just read these out until I get to the end of the line, because some people get fed up with me reading these names up. But I like to be polite to people. Wayne Davidson, Wayne Davidson, how are you, pal? Not good, Wayne. Toby Price, hey, steady. Okay, so I'll stop reading the comments out. If you want to comment later, I'll read your name out. So if you comment later, then I'll read your comments out, because it does get a bit tiresome reading all the names out. So let's see, how is Amsterdam? Well, as you know, I came here on an experiment because after so many months of hospitalization, I wanted to know how I could cope with travel again. Could it possibly? On reflection, I mean, I left England about 4 days after my radiotherapy. It was to have been 5 days. The radiotherapy went on a day later. But it's 4 days, and I'll be the first to admit at this point that that's too early. I mean, by the people told me later that the doctor says that don't travel within the next couple of at least a month or whatever. Well, I never heard that before. But yeah, I did. On reflection, I wouldn't have booked this place, because it hasn't been good. I mean, the hotel that I'm staying in, it's a nice hotel, and I got it with a flight and return flight, and the hotel is really plush. But there's things about this hotel that I'm not keen on. There's not keen on. I mean, they've got a beautiful bar downstairs where I would drink a little bit more, and I have my coffee there, cappuccinos, and it's okay. It's not expensive, not by Amsterdam prices, but it's there's no toilets downstairs. And I have I mean, I can be sitting there, and 1 minute and my bladder's okay. The next minute it's just bursting, and I have to get onto the top floor, and walk all the way to my room in order to use the toilet, because they just haven't got one downstairs. They haven't got one. I mean, I think that's terrible. That is. So, Betty Downey, Kipax. Okay, well, nice to hear from you, Kipax. Evening, Ed. Let's go to Pattaya. Oh, I don't. I think the wisest decision that I made is coming here to Amsterdam rather than doing a long haul to Bangkok. That was the wisest thing that I'd done. Betty Downey, okay, nice to hear from you. Mark Sanderson, have you been in town giving out some little EDDY therapy? Mark Sanderson, have you been in town giving out some little EDDY therapy? Yeah, but it's a long way to go. It involves lots of walking, and I can't walk. I have to keep stopping every 20 meters or so, or grabbing hold of whatever a solid thing, a rail or something. I mean, I can't get around properly. So it's not good. Let me just say, today I slept since last night. I've slept a total in the last 24 hours I probably slept at least 18 of them. I've slept. I mean, I just couldn't get out of bed. So and that's because of that activity yesterday, that walking around, or maybe it's because of the fresh air around Amsterdam centre. Maybe that's what it is. But geez, it whacked me out. It whacked me out. I went out last night around about this time, and I went to the to Amsterdam Centre, where the canals are, and where the ladies are in the windows. A bit disappointed in that, by the way. But I haven't done that. I came out and last night, and I came home early, and I just crashed out. I crashed out about 9 o'clock. Slept. To cut a long story short, in the last 24 hours, I've slept at least 18 of them because of the physical strain that I put my body under yesterday. Toby Price, happy days, and need to go back to work. Toby Price, that's okay. That's okay. Neil Fleet, okay. Nice to hear from you. Andrew Simmons, good day. Hope you're keeping well. Keep living for every day. Well, I mean, I must admit today, because of my time, that I've really felt a death at all. I mean, I mean, I'd like to think that the current pain of walking or attempting to walk, that is because I've done it. I've travelled too soon after the radiotherapy. But this trip is about it's an experiment. It's seeing what I can do and what I can't do. And believe me, there's more things about what I can't do than there is than what I can do. So we press get a helper in Thailand, Eddie. Okay. Any window shopping? Yeah, I did. I did. I went early yesterday afternoon, right about it was before 8 o'clock, when all the girls. But I was disappointed. I was disappointed. There was some beautiful, and here's the bombshell. Oh, the prices that they were quoting. I only talked to one girl. I tapped on the window, and I said how much. Not that I was planning on indulging in any of that, because. But if it had to be cheaper, I might listen to it. She quoted a figure. I mean, she was beautiful. She had big boobs, and and she's blonde, and she was obviously Eastern European. Eastern European. Oh, she was voluptuous, and she looked good. Oh, she looked brilliant, beautiful. But I said to her, how much? Purely for the research purposes to help you guys out, whether you should go there. And I couldn't believe what she said. She said €200. €200. It was like 50 to 100 last time I was here. That was about 7 years ago. 7 years. I mean, it's actually 200. I said, well, that's a bit much, isn't it? She said, well, they're all the same. So she was the only one that I spoke to. 200. I mean, she was beautiful. Maybe she was asking more because she was so nice. But at €200, and not only that, down the alleyways, they have something. They have a presence of, they have a presence of pimps, lookouts. Now they didn't have that before. They did not have that before. I mean, they're just hanging around, and they're just hanging around. They're making uncomfortable. I mean, if a guy. I mean, what's that 200 all about? Is some of that taking with the blokes who hang around there? Are they taking most of that? Daniel Quigley, I was scrolling through YouTube, came across your, as my banker has set up a video about them trying to open an ISA over the phone. Okay, that was. Mark Sanderson, yeah, the thing is, imagine traveling over to Pattaya in that heat. You'd be done really good idea doing what you do. Okay, at least you're over there. Okay. Tourist prices, that is 4 times. Well, in the past, my visits to Amsterdam, I've been a tourist, and they didn't quote me that much. Paul Hoskin, okay. Paul Anderson, okay. You get a Thai lassie take care, run about 500 baht a day. I mean, right now, the way that I feel now, I mean, seeing what I mean, that activity yesterday. I mean, when I say activity, I mean attempts to work. I don't mean the other, because I didn't have any. Another €200 price. But I mean, that activity. I mean, it's whacked me out. I slept 18 hours since last night. 18 hours I've slept. Every time I got out of bed for the pay, I want to get back into bed again. Middle of nowhere, Eddie. Middle of nowhere, Eddie needs a bit of the old in and out. All right, that's a clockwork items, that isn't it? Imagine the girls does not get the full €200. I mean, how the hell is that? That is. I've had more beautiful girls than that. It was €50. You know, I had, they had. Good to catch a live stream, lads. You're looking great, mate. An inspiration. Off to Pattaya for a few days. Then going to fly to Udon Thani after watching your vlogs. Okay, have a great, have a great time. Mark Sanders, have you been in any decent bars? No, no. I've been in a restaurant. Sorry, a cafe. I've been in one bar, which I do know, and that's on top of the red light area. Now I do know that one, but that's only the only two. That's only because they've got ground floor, toilets. I mean, if I need to take an urgent pay, there's no way I can get. A lot of these bars have steps going downwards, steep steps, and that's it. Scotty, I suppose Amsterdam is the Western version of Pattaya. And Amsterdam is unique. Amsterdam it's a great city. I love it, but in my condition, it's not good. It's not good. I thought it would be, but I didn't count for all those steps in the bars or anything like that. And the fact is that I've been over ambitious by coming here. London Cab Thailand. Hello, hello. How are you, mate? I hope all's well. I hope all's well. Kipax. Amsterdam is rubbish compared to Pattaya. The thing is, Amsterdam has always been an expensive city, a notoriously expensive city. But the girls, they used to be really priced for what you get. I mean, for what you get. I mean, but now €200, and she convinced me that they're all asking that amount. So, Jesus, that's not good. Do you better with sleeping? Do you feel better with sleeping 18 hours? You need to rest there, but thanks for this live stream. Okay, that's well. I'm in a situation now where if my body wants to sleep, then I just sleep, and I wish I was. I'm at the stage now, and I very, very rarely say this during a trip. That I wish I was home now. I wish I was home. I mean, I'm going home in a couple of days' time, but I wish I was home now. So I wish I was home, but sitting around watching Netflix and Amazon and doing stuff like that. And my flatmate cooks some good meals. He looks after me. He cooks some good meals. Yeah, I haven't had the yet the last couple of days. I haven't had it. I think I've had a Snickers bar, and I've had breakfast bars and coffee and whatever. Well, I haven't had a full meal. This hotel here, right next door, is a Burger King. I had there a couple of times, but those burgers are sickly. They're sickly. Leeds, good evening, Eddie. How are you? How's Amsterdam? Is it raining there? No, it's the actual wet weather. There hasn't been any rain since I've been here. Better not be a one, Kiki and Jasmine. Better not be a 1.1 of those prices. I mean, €200 is too much of a risk. Anyone who charges €200 is not, is not going to worry about delivering value for money. They just want the money. Well, so I'll give it the 5 years. There'll be no girls. Remember Sexy Land and all the peep shows with there with that little bloke with the mop and bucket, all gone. Well, I noticed. I know it was early when I went there, before 8 o'clock, in the evening. But I noticed that there was less red light windows. Let Mike. I'm in no guy. I mean, imagine paying €200, and then you couldn't rise to the occasion. Imagine that. Imagine paying €200 and then you find that you couldn't rise. I mean, that's like oh, that's the most frustrating €200 that you've ever paid. Paul Hoskin, best to play your sausage first before going for a massage. Get more value for money that way. Okay. Brenner, how's the food being out there? Well, I mean, Amsterdam has got a lot of great restaurants, and I've eaten them in the past. But I'm off my food. I had Burger King twice, and that's put me off food. Certainly has. Oh, I can't make it that far. So, I mean, this Amsterdam trip, I mean, I said I'd bring you live streams for me. I can't do outdoor live streams. I just can't do them. Um, um, because I need Wi-Fi, as much as anything else. But yeah, I'm not going to be filming around Amsterdam. This is about as good as it gets, really, in this chair in the hotel room. I'll maybe do a little video about the hotel, but I mean, there's good things and bad things about this hotel. I told you one of the bad things. Me and so if I was in that situation, I would have paid. Like I said before, at your own pace, mate. Timing will be easy. A lady will take care of you. Seen her so many times, you will want for nothing. Do the live shows still go on in Amsterdam? Yeah, they do, except I watched one of them some years ago, a live S show, um, live X show, where a couple were getting it on, just on a small stage nearby, and the couple were so unattractive. I mean, in the windows, you've got you've got in the windows you've got absolutely beautiful. I mean, some of those girls that I've known in the past, they are beautiful. They're Eastern Europeans, they are Bulgarians, Romanians, Ukrainians, Italians, excellent, excellent. But this couple that I seen getting it on the stage, on the. I mean, the woman was unattractive, and the man he like wandered on stage with leather pants on, with dark glasses, And he wandered on stage like someone who's been out with his mates and is lost mates for the stag do and has lost his way to the toilets. That was the attitude. And then oh my, I mean, it was like, oh, it was just such a turn off. I mean, it was such a turn off more than anything else. Scotty, there's a lot of Thai restaurants in Amsterdam. You want a tiny taste of Thailand. I do all my eating, close to the hotel, basically. I mean, like I say, this is my because don't forget if I have a meal down me, I have to walk to the bus station afterwards, and that just wouldn't work. Find a hotel that opens into the bars, no walking. Okay. Like a mic, okay. Toby Price, get yourself over to Thailand. You have loads of mates who would sort you out with a home help. Okay, thanks for that. Paul, Philippines. Ed, I'm going back to the Philippines in a month. You'll be welcome to travel with me, but as you know, it's a long flight. It is. I've got to think about that. I've got to think carefully. I mean, I didn't think carefully about booking this journey, but if I had to thought carefully, I wouldn't have done it. It's very, very, very rarely that you'd hear me saying, "I wouldn't have come to this place." But I mean, because Amsterdam was the perfect city. It's one that I know well. But one I didn't consider how far you have to walk in order to get to places. Because I could walk freely then. Nowadays I have to stop every 20 meters or so. You know. Men at work, Bangkok, Queen Vic, and I'll tell you what, I don't like sleeping on the ground floor. Sadly, you should leave Thailand out until you feel better, mate. Not worth traveling that distance like you did you did at the moment. Well, I need to take it steady, but I mean, I felt like crap, since yesterday. I felt like crap, and it cast my mind. Maybe I'm on a physical decline right now. But they to repeat what I said earlier, they did say they did say leave it at least a month before after radiotherapy before you. I mean, I was hasty, so it's my fault. Mark says, yeah, that's one big problem in Amsterdam. The steps to the boat. There are a few though on a level. Such bad as called Cafe Barto, alley of Temrach. Okay. Kipax, you would have to be insane to stay on Soy 6. Awful advice. Sean de Prawn, have you tried any traditional Dutch food? What's your verdict? I'm actually not trying any of that. I've had the 2 full meals that I've had is Burger King since I've been here. Maybe that's what they say about hair. Well, this is it. I mean, I've been here for 5 days. I don't know. I mean, I'm scheduled for 5 days being here. So it's right now it does seem like a waste of my time. But the only good thing out of it is that I'm actually not spending that much money here. believe it or not, because I'm not drinking. And I'm just, when you're lying in bed, you're not spending much money. And the deal that I got with the hotel and with with the hotel and with the flights and everything, that was good. So, but it's an experiment. It's an experiment. I went to Amsterdam 20 years ago. It was €50 short term. Okay. Split ends, you have to jump out the way in Benidorm for mobility ski zones. Place for you, Ed. Otherwise, granny flat at mine in Chiang Mai, get a £300 a month. You are welcome to. Okay, that's good. That's good of you, Spitz. Anyway, that's good of you. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. Spitz is in Chiang Mai. Ed, you don't do much about your lives, do you? Enjoy your traveling, mate. More important. Kipax, what about getting an escort around, Eddie? I've heard that they are absolutely they're they're extortionate, in terms of price, and I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. So Daniel Kelly's asking the same thing. Oh, Paul Hoskin, he's asking how much would an escort be, and Paul Hoskin is replying, a Cortina would be better. It's good old Paul, escort Paul, Cortina, like it. Donald Trump is here. Okay, nice to hear from you, mate. Mark Sanderson, can you not use the metro system there? Easier than buses. I didn't even know there was an underground until well, the bus is very efficient because in the hotel where I stay in, there's a bus that goes directly to the central station, and that's an area that I know well. So, that's the bus is very, very efficient. So that's right opposite. I don't need to go to the train station. I don't know how far that is from here, but there's a bus right across. I've been pleased with the bus anyway. So it's good service. Walter Calamari, good evening. Andrew Johnson, hello, Eddie. Still hoping we meet January, February. All the best, my friend. Well, it's possible, but at the end of January, I've got maybe before then. I might aim for Christmas out there. I don't know, but at the end of January, I've got an MRI scan. So I hope you're doing all right then, Andrew. Sean Harris, if you were to fly to Bangkok, you could treat yourself first class. There would be so many of your support that would help you out when you arrive. Okay, fine. That's fine. Okay, thanks for that. Another star, taking a long flight to Thailand, not a good idea. Not a good idea. Okay. Spitz Energy, floods here was shocking 5th of October. So many people struggling. Wife and daughter being helping out with neighbours. It's been quite enlightening, really. Floods was shocking. I mean, in that part of the world, I think you do get one year, sooner or later where there's extreme weather, and it sounds like it's been extreme in Thailand now. Mark Sanderson, okay. Ty Billy, don't beat yourself up, Eddie. The radiotherapy will still be working in your body for about 2 months. You're bound to feel shattered. So I finished it in early October. Would that mean, early December before I'm fully recovered from it? But I just say whatever, fully recovered. I mean, how can I be fully recovered in my condition? Yeah, I mean, walks. Yeah, but the weather's foul back home right now. It's going to be November in a couple of weeks' time. To the line, would it not have made more sense getting a hotel just off the Damrak? Well, I would like to get a central hotel, one that's in the heart of the action, because I've seen those. But the cost of hotels in central hotels in Amsterdam is uh, is extortionate. It's extortionate. Middle of nowhere. I was looking at a celebration after the last 6 months. Okay, on the wire. Get yourself a camper mate. Van life rules. I'm not supposed to drive. I can't drive. I've been disallowed from driving. You know, for medical reasons. Don't feel regretted. As you said, this was just an experiment. If you haven't travelled, would you regret it? Get better and better now. Okay, go like a Viking, business class to nice, accessible condo in Pattaya. Girls coming around daily to deep clean. You'll be tired in Thailand and tired in England. Godspeed. Okay. Well, that's it. I really can't drink too much beer, especially if I'm attempting to walk around. That'd be unwise. I'll tell you what, there's some shady bastards around Amsterdam. I've never been hassled before, but I was walking along a narrow street, a busy street in the centre, and some shady bastard come up to me and offered me drugs. I said no, 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 don't want them. No, no. He said, oh, and he went through why is drugs a best. I said, look, I don't want drugs. Okay, okay, I don't want it. I don't want it. So, and now he could see that I was struggling to walk. He could see that I was struggling to walk, and he looked like one of those shady bastards who hang around the windows trying to extort money from people. So I said, I don't do that sort of stuff. So he then said, well, I'll give you information about it. So you give me 20. I said, no. He said, go on, give me 20. Give me 20 for the tips. I'm not giving you 20 euros. I mean, whatever. He said, go on. And he was following me, and he was close in proximity to me. Now, I thought later he was trying to grab something, grab me wallet. But I have a little bag underneath my coat, and I zip my coat up. So whatever I have in that bag is too difficult for him to get to. So if I would have had a gold chain around my neck, which is something I don't, or a mobile phone hanging out my back pocket, then he would have settled for that. But so I thought, what a low life, what a bloody low life. He's harassing. He's trying to extort money from a man who clearly has got physical problems. Jesus. So, and I've never come across that before in Amsterdam, but there's a shady element that's creeping in there. Well, 32, Super Stephen. Hello. Oh, so so let's see. Spits energy. My wife's Thai friend is something about hairy men. Oh, she love me then. She was watching some of your vids saying, "Oh, Bob, one of your friends got a flight cover to Chiang Mai, loads of flight miles. Got your flight covered." Oh, I'm a hairy. I'm like a gorilla under these. Under these. Well, I like hairy women as long as they're hairy in the right places. Greg Basner, good evening, Ed. You were enjoying your trip. You were looking great. Okay, thank you, Greg. Thank you, Greg. Nice to hear from you. Eason, man, you bounce from place to place, but once you're in a place, you don't venture far and seem happy as long as they got you don't seem happy so long as they've got a photo of good beer and food. Add one. Okay, nice to hear from you, Eason, man. Sadly, the Scott G. Sadly, there are lowlives all over the way. I've never been. He was definitely looking for. He was trying it on with the drugs, which ended. But he was definitely he was looking at my upper body. I was wearing a jacket, but I had all my belongings in a bag which was strapped over my shoulder, was secure, and he couldn't really see that. So it was going to be too difficult for him to attempt to rob me. So. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Jan, I was there 15 years ago. Robbed once, attempted robbery once. Amsterdam is not safe, and yes, they often wear Dutch. Well, shady bastard. The Villa France is a good hotel. Hotel. We'll have a okay. Don't get into conversation. London kept saying, don't get in conversation with them people. I mean, I just, the word that I repeated over and over again was no, 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 no. That's a powerful word, that no. If you keep using that, there's nothing you can do with that word other than see what they can get. And this is what I've got. I mean, I've never been robbed. But I had a few belongings and money and whatever, but it was secure. It was in a pouch, and I had my jacket zipped right up, so he couldn't get that. He couldn't get it. He couldn't get it easily. Mazda is here. Good evening, Ed. Great to catch you live in the dam. Just setting off in the truck. I'll tell you what, that incident with that shady guy trying to rob me. I mean, it made me realise I made a wise decision not opting for a £1.5 grand iPhone 16 Max or whatever it was. I mean, the phone that I've got now, 255 quid. That's good. That's a good phone. Try Gail and me. Eddie, how do you go on with insurance? Well, I haven't actually got conventional insurance when I'm here, but I've got a GHIC card, so that's about as much insurance I've got. Was he Moroccan? This is fun. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Well, many major cities have their issues, more so than London. And I'm starting to see signs around Amsterdam that beware of buying drugs on the street because a lot of them are poisoned. I mean, there's places where you never know what they're mixing. That's why I've never taken them. Other than I don't want to, but I don't do that sort of thing. But that's why I've never taken it. I mean, but there are visible signs about. The signs saying don't buy drugs off the street because more than likely they're poisoned. There is a place, I mean, in Cambodia, Phnom Penh. I know of a few people who've taken illegal substances and have died in the hotel room. Okay, thank you for that. AC Milan. Okay, thank you for that. Sorry, I don't understand that. What time? Middle of nowhere. I'll tell you what. I'm going to end this now. I'm going to end the stream now. I'm a little bit disillusioned, but I mean, when I say I regret coming here. I regret coming here so soon afterwards. I mean, I've been to Amsterdam many times, and I've had some great times here. But right now right now it's disillusioning because my physical condition. It's disillusioning. This is an experiment. It's an experiment for me. I will cope with a big city. Ideally, I should go to a place where everything I need is within 50 meters. 50 meters, so I can stay in that 50-meter radius. Spitz. Okay, thanks, Spitz. Okay, so I'm gonna end this stream now. So I'll see you in the next one. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good evening, guys.